Hey everyone. So I've kind of gone and done a thing. I've created a Instagram page just for my pretty, face stuff that I do. And so I figured I would do a how I get ready in the morning. Well, how I do my makeup in the morning. When I actually do my makeup. So I'm going to take you guys on this little journey. I'll take a picture when I'm done. Sorry, I just have random things falling off of my little stand over here. That's fun. So I'm going to pause this, clean up everything, and then I will be back to film. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Just love when everything decides to fall off over here. So, let's start this off properly. So, I kind of did a no-no last night, and I went to sleep in my makeup. So, it looks like I'm already wearing makeup. That's why. Now, please note, I did not mean to fall asleep in my makeup last night. It's just, let's just call it girl problems and leave it at that. So I'm using I'm going to drop my little pad in the sink first. I'm using my Mary Kay eye makeup remover. Just because I did put on eye makeup yesterday. Otherwise I would be skipping this step this morning. I had a cousin who lives in Nebraska. She was out here up in Estes. Guys, I'm hearing my phone ringing, so pausing again to go and check. Okay, so I'm gonna have the home phone in case it rings and nobody else can answer it. But anyway, so I had my cousin come in from Nebraska yesterday she stopped by because she was in Estes for her birthday with her boyfriend. And she decided to stop by and say hi to us. So I put on makeup to go up and talk to her and see how she was doing and everything. And yeah, and then girl troubles hit. So this far away you probably can't see, but I do have a couple of little blemishes right now. And trust me, I can see them, and they are driving me nuts. And I normally don't have, problems with zits and stuff, but that happens, around girl trouble times. So I have a couple of problem areas. Okay. So since my eyes are clean, next step is clean my face. So I always do it every night and every morning. Well, last night is, one of the very few exceptions to the every night rule. I'm using my Mary Kay Time-Wise 3D facial cleanser. It's a 4-in-1 cleanser. I'm using it in the oily to combination skin because I do have combination. I get super oily on my nose. Right here between my eyebrows gets dry. My forehead is usually oily. I've got dry spots. I've got oily spots. I've got combination skin. And if you're wondering, this does come in a version for dry to normal skin. And I also have, if you're a guy watching this, because, that's the thing, is, I started the Instagram for my Mary Kay stuff, and I've got a bunch of guys that have already one picture posted, and just the profile picture. That's it. And I've got a bunch of guys that have already started following me. It's like I'm more wanting it as like a beauty kind of thing rather than as a you know, me being a Instagram model. I'm not a model. I am like nowhere close to being a model. I look like I'm pregnant and I'm not. I'm just fat, I promise you. I am trying to lose the weight. I really am. Like, just, it's kind of hard because it just does not like to come off. Okay, so I'm now just getting my washcloth wet here so I can wash all of this cleanser off. Before we break into my kitty bag over here that I love, that has all of my face stuff in it. Oh. So y'all are going to be lucky. There's going to be like 2 videos this week because I've got one I've got to upload that I've already filmed that kind of got cut off at the end. And then I got this one. I don't know which one I'm going to post first though. Alright, so if you're wondering, I'm taking a good look at myself in the mirror because the other night I went through and I cleaned out my pores, and I mean like all right in here, my nose, my forehead. Ugh, it was nasty. It really was. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm going to use my Time-Wise Miracle 3D Eye Cream. Which I use, so all but one of what I'm showing, well, okay, with the exception of the eye makeup remover, I don't use that in the morning usually. But I use the face wash and then the eye cream every morning and night. And then I've got 2 different creams, one for day, one for night, that I also use. So you're supposed to actually pat this on with your ring finger, but I don't like the patting because I don't feel like I get full coverage that way. So I just lightly, I mean very lightly, because you don't want to pull the skin around your eyes because that's where you're most likely to start wrinkling first, is right around your eyes because that skin is very delicate. Which is why we actually recommend while you're doing it, you tap it on instead of rubbing. But like I said, I don't feel the tap is quite as effective as the rub. We also, if you buy one of our brush sets, let's see here, don't mind me, I am like completely blind without my glasses here, so I think it's this one. Okay, so it is this one. This is our, I'm so good at having the Eye Smudger brush, which, just put that down real quick. You can also use this one to do it with. If you don't want to use this one, we also recommend that you use the brush that I will be using later, which is our All Over Eyeshadow brush. This one to do it with, but I don't use my eyeshadow brush because I use black eyeshadow, so it's a good reason why not to, right? So next, I'm forgetting to tell you guys, I'm using my Time-Wise 3D Miracle 3D Day Cream before I do anything else, because when you moisturize properly, your skin actually won't overproduce oil, which tends to be a factor why a lot of people tend to have oily skin, is because their skin is trying to moisturize itself. So to do that, it overproduces more oil, giving you oily skin, which then causes a problem later down the line, giving you more zits and all of that. So using a moisturizer daily, morning and night, is always good and ideal. Which, if you wanted to get, what I am using, it is the Time Wise Miracle 3D set. And it comes with both day cream and night cream, which is right here. It's the gray bottle. Like I said, I use it every night, every morning. And I have actually noticed a difference in my skin, and so has everybody I know. There we are. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to use is my Mary Kay Foundation Primer, or my makeup primer. No, foundation primer, and I held it upside down for you guys. I'm going to use this. I try to remember to use this every time, but sometimes, honestly, I forget because I'm not used to doing primer. But that's also usually like I'm just putting on my CC cream and I don't care if it, melts off me throughout the day. But I do care today because I have got a Mary Kay party tonight. It's our year-end party. Celebrating how good us girls did this year. There's going to be rewards, potluck, a bunch of us consultants together, families, husbands, hell, I don't know, maybe even a wife or two. But yeah, so I don't want my makeup, fading off sometime throughout the day because of the party tonight. So next I am taking my CC cream. It is a shade light to medium because of my skin tone. Now, CC cream does not stand for a carbon copy. Let me tell you that right now. It's color corrector. So I'm just going to take and squirt a dab of it on the back of my hand. Grab my Mary Kay Beauty Blender. Which I have to say, I like this Beauty Blender a lot more than the one that I first got, which is this one. This one is like more porous, and just look at the bottom of that. Like you can see, like it is more porous. It's like it absorbs more of the makeup. This one, okay, yes, it's kind of dirty, but it doesn't absorb the makeup. I've actually found, like, if I squeeze it, the makeup, like, especially when I haven't cleaned it regularly, the makeup will, like, bunch up on the top, which I like. I like that a lot better than the other one, which just, like, absorbed the makeup. So I'm just kind of patting this on. Sorry, I'm like super focused on my patting here. My forehead. And then I use the smaller end of my brush to get my nose and right by my eyes. And then just please keep in mind, like, I keep leaning closer to my mirror because I'm blind without it. So So now that that step is done, I'm going to break out my Mary Kay brushes again. And I'm going to go for the brushes on this side. I'm going to use this one, which is my all over powder brush, because I'm going to set my CC cream with our translucent powder, again Mary Kay, and it's just translucent powder. So I open it up, and then I've got a little bit like sitting in there already on one side. So I just kind of tap the sides of it just to get it to, you know, even out to the middle. Tap, tap. And then just go over my face. And you don't necessarily have to do this step. I do because I feel it helps set the CC cream better than just leaving it on top of my skin normally. And I kind of like the little bit of a matte look that it gives me. But it doesn't but it doesn't give me that cakey look that I've seen other people have when like they do something like that. Oh. I'm trying to zip that up. Don't worry, I'm just pulling out my little thing I'll show you later. Just have to do that so I can find it. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do, if I can't see here. Oh yeah, my little travel roll-up bag that I keep right here by my mirror when I'm doing my makeup every morning and when I take it off every night does rip off. And you can buy one of these for me as well if you like. They're really great. They hang up. I currently have mine hanging on my my storage in my bathroom. So I pulled it off because I'm going to be picking one of my 3 let's see here, they're my cream eye colors. So I'm going to probably not use my apricot twist, or this one is my beach blonde. Probably not going to go with either of those. I'm probably going to go with this one, which is my metallic taupe. There you guys go, so y'all can see it. Like, okay, please remember I'm blind right now, so I can't really see. The reason I'm doing this is because if you noticed when I was putting on the primer, I didn't put it on my eyes. That's because it's not meant for an eye primer. So I take my Mary Kay all over eyeshadow brush, and I just do a couple of sweeps in there, and I put it on. And this is what I use as my eye primer. It will then make sure that my eyeshadow, when I put it on, does not crease. It does not flake, and it will stay on like I want it to all day long. So I'm going to drop that back in there, stick that back on. I'm also going to focus on the top because I do... Oh, great. Ah, fuck. Ooh. Oh, okay. I got fly strip all over my arm. Thank God this is still a little damp, huh? And now I'm afraid to reach into my sink because I think my tack fell off my ceiling too. So I have a slight problem with fruit flies. So I have a fly strip in here because they seem to like my bathroom. Not sure why. They do. Okay, so I'm clear of fly sticky tape now. Okay. So then I'm grabbing my mineral eye color in Kohl. This is what it looks like right now. Actually, I'm going to have to pause again. Okay, I'm back. That was fun. So I don't know if y'all have heard lately, but here in Colorado we've had some really, really bad weather. Some of it being hailstorms. And that was just somebody that wanted to come over and inspect our roof so they could replace it for us. We like who did it last year, and if we want it inspected and redone, we'll have them do it. Okay, now kicking my eyeshadow back open. Okay, so as I was saying, here is my Kohl eyeshadow. Now, the reason it comes in this little tiny tin that it is in is because you're actually supposed to put it in a compact. Well, I didn't buy the compact. I will be here in my next order. Oh, it might help if I put it on the right side, huh? In my next order, I will be buying the compact, as well as 2 more eyeshadows and a blush. So I feel so weird not putting on a blush anymore, because I used to do that when I had my regular makeup. So it's kind of weird now. But anyway, so I've got my cream eye color, which I use as a foundation, primer for my eyes. Just take a little bit of my black eyeshadow. I'm gonna have to lean into the mirror here, I'm sorry. Then I tend to start like in the middle of my eyelid with it, like that, just to kind of get a base of color started, and then I continue and I move out as I'm doing it. And kind of bring it up and back, kind of giving it a little bit of a wing. And now you may be saying, well, why are you putting it on so heavily? I wear glasses. If I didn't wear glasses, I would not be putting it on as heavily as I am. But with glasses on, you I kind of have to put it on a little bit heavier than I normally would, because my glasses tend to like fade it out. I don't know why, but it does. I've done my makeup, and I've had people are like, well, why didn't you do your eyes? And it's like, I did. You did? I'm like, yeah, and I pull my glasses down, and they're like, oh, well, I couldn't see it. It's because of my glasses. So, again, just take the middle to start, and then move out. Just the whole eyelid. Back up into that little wing again. Simple as that, and there's my eye makeup done. Well, I guess my eyeshadow. Put my brush away. Put that up. Stick that away. Okay, next thing I'm going to be using is my gel eyeliner in Jet Black. So here's what it looks like. I do apologize for the hole in it, but that's where I've been using it. So pull out my little trusty handy applicator that it came with. It's just a little stick that it came with. Just dip it in. And then I tend to wipe off like some of the excess just to be safe. I don't want like this huge black smudge in the corner of my eye. Sorry, checking my eyeshadow to make sure it's correct. Now this time I have a little mirror because it gets really awkward trying to lean into this mirror. So I have a little mirror I use. And I just start in the corner of my eye, just kind of dabbing. And when I do that, I can get close so you guys can see. See how it's like on both bottom and top? It's because I dab just outside of that little crease line where it connects. I'm gonna get a hair on my face. Okay, and then I just take and in short small strokes, I just simply string across. Usually I can get most of it done and then have to redip or just pick up some of the excess onto my brush, just so that way I can get the rest of the way across. Just kind of slowly bring it up to match the end of that wing that I started with my eyeshadow. And then I come in between the two lids, just in that corner to kind of like connect it. And then I do just the bottom lash line on one side, and then I come in and I continue from where I started on the top, when I did the top, when I just started in that corner. A little bit more. And come across. Do a little touch up on this side. And then you'll notice I don't fully connect it. Okay, so, see, I didn't fully connect it. The reason for that is because it makes my eye look bigger. Okay, see, here's without the mascara. With the mascara. Without the eyeliner. With the eyeliner. Okay, so even just looking at myself right now, this eye looks smaller right now than this eye does. And that's because of the way I did my eyeliner. I got the face wash. I didn't catch the phone. Good news, it still works. So then I just repeat the same process on the other eye. And then just, again, small, short strokes across the eye. Figure that out. Come in on the bottom. Switch sides, check redip. Connect it. And there we go. So, the only thing that you will see different if you check the Instagram post is going to be the fact that I'm going to have lipstick on, my hair brushed, and actually be fully dressed. But this is how I do my makeup in the morning. voila, it is done. And the only reason this took 30 minutes to film, because I'm looking at it, it took so long because, one, I was pausing to answer phones, pick up stuff, all of that. And yeah, now you can see what time it is. But yeah, so now you see why I put on my makeup so dark when I do my eyes. So you can actually see them. But yeah, so this is, I do my makeup whenever I'm going out. Sometimes I just leave the, let me turn that off so it's not blowing right in your guys' ear. Sometimes I will just go with the cream eyeshadow. Sometimes I don't do it. Depends on like what I've got planned for the day. And because it's like I'm doing my face first thing in the morning, I got the party tonight, I'll just do the cream so it'll stay. So I did the cream. But yeah, so this is what I look like when I do my makeup. I've got a pink lip gloss that I like, that I use, that I will put on later when I get fully dressed and have my hair brushed and all that good stuff, and take some pictures for the Instagram. Yeah. I will link it later when I post the video. I'll make sure I have a link to the Instagram for you. But yeah, like, and the Instagram is more like for Mary Kay stuff, like when I do makeup and such. So I'm going to let y'all go. I'm gonna just kind of chill and relax for a little bit. Dealing with girl problems still. Gonna watch at least one show. Probably go up, get some food, and then might get some work done before I have to leave. So yeah, it was great talking with y'all. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.